everybody. We're back for another live lesson today. Today is going to be part 2 of our 4-part chord series that we're going to be working on. First and foremost, I want to thank IK Multimedia for hooking me up with the iRig stream. That's how we're bringing you this broadcast today. It's a really great product, and with the world we live in now where everybody's socially distancing, you're going to be live streaming more than ever. So this is really the future. So check this product out for sure. So again, we're going to be talking about 7th chords, how to build them. And we're going to talk about how to make them fit on the guitar the best ways possible by using different drop voicings like drop 2 and 3. We're going to be discussing that today. Some of the things you're going to need to know before you jump into this lesson is you're probably going to need to know you're definitely going to need to know the major scale, and you might want to check out the first lesson I did last week on triads. We're going to be expanding on triad, right? That's pretty much what a 7th chord is. We're just adding an extra note to a triad. So if you don't know your major scale real well and you don't know your triads real well, you might want to go back and learn that first and get comfortable with that before you jump into this. All right, guys? So, great. Before we get going, again, if you enjoyed the lesson today, and if you like the content, be sure to follow me on the handles below. That's my band and my personal handle, and let's just jump right into it. All right. So, what is a 7th chord? Right. So, a 7th chord is a 4-note chord. We're now going to add another note on top of our triad. And it's going to be another third, actually. I'm going to go ahead and bring up. We're going to do it in C, so we're not racking our brains too hard with all these different keys. We're going to stick with C. And we're going to talk about what does it mean, right? So a 7th chord, is just an additional note on a triad a third away, right? So our triad is 1, 3, 5, right? 1, 3, 5. Now we're going to do 1, 3, 5, 7, right? Let's start with a C major chord, C major 7, right? So we're going to go C, right? Whoop, there we go. C, E, G, and B, right? So that's the most standard way we can play that, right? Or just with those notes, C, E, G, and then we have B on top. Right? That's how we build a 7th chord. So we're going to go through 4 different kinds of 7th chords today because we're going to keep it in the major scale. Right? There's 4 different 7th chords for the diatonic major scale. Right? 4 different 7th chords that are in the major scale. We have major 7, right? Which we talked about 1, 3, 5, major 7. The other chord we have, which is just one alteration away, is the dominant chord, right? Or a 7th chord. So that's going to be 1, 3, 5, flat 7. 1, 3, 5, flat 7. Excuse my bad singing. No, try to get it right in frame there. Right? And you can... We can also voice that. Oh, that's a stretch. This is why we're going to go over drop 2 and drop 3, so we're not going crazy with our hands like this. Right? The next chord we have is a minor 7 chord. That's going to be 1, flat 3rd, 5, and flat 7. Right? So in the key of C, that's going to be C, E flat, G, B flat. I'm going to do this one up here, so this way we can hear it just how it is. And the last chord we're going to be going over today is a half diminished chord, right? You sometimes will see this written as looks like a circle with a slash through it, right? Or a minor 7, flat 5, because that's what it is. It's just like the chord we went over, we're just flatting the 5th. So it's 1, flat 3, flat 5, flat 7. And we're going to do it in C. So that's C, E flat, G flat, and B flat. sorry, this one's a little funky on here too. Right? And we're going to go through them. So in the major scale, right, those are the 4 chords that we're going to find, right? In major 7, minor 7, minor 7, major 7, dominant, minor 7, half diminished, and then we're back to major 7, right? So in the key of C, right, let's go through it. So C major 7, our 1 chord is always going to be a major 7, for the major scale that is. The 2 chord, D in this case, minor 7, right, the 3 chord E, minor 7, the 4 chord F, major 7, the 5 chord G, dominant 7, the 6 chord A, minor 7, the 7th chord B, this is our half diminished, and then we get back to C at major 7. As you can see, I wasn't using those super stretched out chords, right? In that case, I was using drop 2 voicings, right? And we're going to go over what that means. So what does it mean, drop 2, drop 3, right? So what I'm doing there, right, is I'm taking the second highest note and dropping in an octave, right? Let's do A minor 7, right? So we have, it's going to look like this if we played it straight. A, right, C, E, G. Kind of a little funky. I'm going to pull this down and out of the way just for a little bit. We'll go through some of these examples. Now that's kind of a hard voicing to get to. It's a lot of stretching there, right? So we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to drop the second note, the second highest note, right? So our highest note is A, second highest note is E. We're going to drop that an octave. This is a different string set. We're mostly going to work with this string set, so I'm going to move it down here. So it's E, A, C, G. Right, I also did it here. E, A, C, G. Right? Now, we also have drop 3 voicings. And we're going to pretty much do the same thing, right? Except from now the third highest note. Let's use the same chord. We had G, A, C, E, G, E, C, A, G, E, C, A, right? We're going to drop C. Right? So let's go through that. So we had G. We drop C. Oh, messed that one up a little bit, sorry. That's like second inversion. Excuse me, first inversion. So those are our drop 3 chords. You're going to have a string skip there. We're going to have the bass note and then 3 strings across. So here's like our drop 3, A minor 7. Then we have, you know, the inversions. Right. And we use these, you know, for voice leading, of course. And then just because some of the regular voicings don't fit on guitar that well, right? Let's go back to drop 2 voicings and work them through the string sets, right? We're going to use a couple different chords here. We'll start with major 7, right? So drop 2 major 7, right? Inversions. Let's go through that. So we have what would be like, I guess, our root position here. We're going to have the root as the lowest note, right? So the chord build up there is C, G, B, E. That's like our root position for drop 2. Our next one, right? We have it here. Oh. High up on there, stretched a little too far. E, B, C, G. E, B, C, G. Then our next inversion is going to be A, C, E, B. There we go. You can see that one. And then our last one, we don't use this one as much because we got the rub. It really doesn't sound that great. But that note, that right there, not a rub, but a little too dissonant. But you still want to know it. You still want to know it so this way you can see it on the guitar, and as you're making changes, use these things to help you make the changes and see all the chord tones. So let's go through it one more time, right? We had root position, then we had first inversion, second inversion, third inversion. Let's do the next thing with dominant 7 chords, right? We're going to stick with C, just because it's the easiest to start altering, and I'm going to pull this up one more time so we can see it as well. I'm going to try to scoot myself up a little bit so you can see over it, right? So now we're going to add the same thing to our dominant 7th chords, right? Let's go ahead. So remember the chord was C, right? C, E, G, B flat. And we're going to drop the the second highest. We're doing drop 2, second highest. So let's go ahead and check that out. So here's our root position, right? We're going to go C, G, B flat, E. C, G, B flat, E. Right? Then we have our next. We'll come and do it down here. We have E, B flat, C, G. Next, we have G, C, E, B flat. And last, we have third inversion, B flat, E, G, C. All right, let's move on to the next one. That's our dominant 7, right? And remember the 4 chords we want to work on the most right now, because we're sticking to the major scale, are major 7, dominant, minor 7, and half diminished. So let's move on to minor 7, right? Minor 7 in our root position, right? So C, G, B flat, E flat. And then we have E flat, B flat, C, G. It's going to be our first inversion. Just checking, making sure we're all caught up here on questions and whatnot. I'm trying to keep up with everybody as I'm teaching here. So it looks like everybody's in there with us. Awesome. All right. So we were on first inversion. So E flat, B flat, C, G. And then we have G, second inversion, G, C, E flat, B flat. And then we have B flat, E flat, G, C. And last but not least, we're going to do half diminished. Let's go ahead and go through half diminished, right? So the first one we have, root position here, is C, G flat, B flat, E flat, right? And then the next one we have here, we're going to bring it down. E flat, first inversion, E flat, B flat, C, G flat. And then we have, sorry, second inversion, G flat, C, E flat, B flat. Right? And then we have third inversion, last but not least, we have B flat, E flat, G flat, C. And those were dropped to you, as you see, that those were all the strings. There was no string skipping in that one. That one was right across the board, right? We had all the notes right up across, right? So now we're going to go over drop 3 as well. And now this one you're going to see has that string skip, right? You'll see there's two ways to play them, right? Like I'll play a C major 7 in both ways here. Actually, there's 3. Actually, no, that's shell voicings. There's only 2 for this one, so let's check it out. Right? So I have C, B flat, E, G. I can also play it here. C, B, E, G. I think I said E flat on that one, sorry. C, B, E, G, C, B, E, G. Right? And then we could go through the inversions with this as well. We got a root position. Right? And then we have, this one's always tricky. Right? That'd be first inversion. Then we have that kind of stretched out chord there, right? We have G, right? G, E, B flat, C. Then right here we have B, this is a third inversion, B, B, G, C, E. Right? Let's go on to dominant 7 chords, right? We have C, B flat, E, G. And again, I'm not playing this string here. I have to bar across to make it, I guess I could kind of do it like this, but it's a little more comfortable like this. Right, so this is our root position. C, B flat, E, G. Right, and then we have, sorry, I gotta look ahead. E, C, G, B flat, our first inversion. Right? Next we have second inversion. Right, that's gonna be G, E, B flat, C. And then we have our third inversion, our last one, we have B flat, G, C, E. Let's do that up here so you can see it. All right, let's move on to minor 7, right? And again, we're sticking to our 4 chords, which are major 7, dominant 7, minor 7, and half diminished for this one. So let's go to minor 7, right? Here's our root position. And remember, I'm skipping the string here. So we have E, we have C, B flat, E flat, G. Right, next one, this one's a bit of a stretch, right? There it is. So we have E flat, C, G, B flat. Right, and then we have this one here, our second inversion. Right, that's G, E flat, B flat, C. Right, then we have this one here, which is our third inversion, B flat, G, C, E flat. All right, we got one more to go over. Let's do half diminished, right? Half diminished. So remember, half diminished is built up of 1, flat 3, flat 5, flat 7, right? So in this case, C, E flat, G flat, and B flat. And remember, we're doing drop 3, so we're dropping that third highest note. Let's check it out. So here's the root position. C, B flat, E flat, G flat. Right? Then we have E flat, C, G flat, B flat. This is our first inversion. Now we're going on to second inversion. We have G flat, E flat, B flat, C. And then we have our fourth inversion, which is B flat, G flat, C, E flat. Right? Now, you can go ahead and take this and apply it to all your string sets and work through them. You know, you really want to know them forward and backwards, especially the top string set. That one I find is probably the most useful. Sometimes the ones that have that real low bottom when you're comping with like a rhythm section tend to get in the way of the bass line and can muddy things up. So knowing your top extensions, and once you get into, you know, comping more and more, you're actually dropping certain notes to hit certain extensions, right? So really, I would mostly focus on, you know, the drop 2 and drop 3, using the higher string sets to give you that sound above everybody, or above the bass line out of his register, and not muddying up the chord, you know. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this lesson, and if you have, please check out my pages below, Jesse Ricca, Ricca, and then the RiccaProject.com. Again, thank you IK Multimedia for hooking me up with this awesome iRig stream. If you guys haven't checked this out, please do. And I should be back here next Thursday for more lessons and more chords. All right, guys? Stay safe and take care.